grade. So, I have a couple of books to read to you. And this one's really good. This one is called Brendas Beaver Needs a Barber. Brendas Beaver, you ready? Brenda has a beaver, and she's ready to confess. As soft and sweet as it may be, her beaver is a mess. Brenda took her beaver for a swim down at the lake. By the looks that she received, she figured that was a mistake. She stuffed that furry mound into a swimming suit. It stuck out all around. It was anything but cute. Some others who saw it laughed. Others were just stunned. Brenda's beaver was hanging out, soaking up the sun. Her friends could not believe her. They said, "We need to talk." They covered up her Let's get back to the beaver. Her friends could not believe her. They said, "We need to talk." They covered up her beaver and they took her for a walk. "Brenda dear, listen here. We want to help you out. Your beaver needs a makeover. It really needs it now." "I hope we don't seem pushy," said her biker friend named Kim. "Your beaver is too bushy. We just think it needs a trim." Savannah pulled her beaver back to show off what she'd done. Hers has a nice little launching pad. Oh, it's a landing patch. I've never seen one of those. It looks like it'd be fun. Chrissy's beaver is quite rare. It could be worth $1 million. Hers is bare. It has no hair. Her beaver is Brazilian. Catherine let her beaver loose. She said, "There's nothing to it. Grab some clippers and a can of mousse. We'll show you how to do it." Kim produced some scissors and Chrissy had some wax. Now all that Brenda had to do was sit back and relax. As they came towards her beaver, they said, "Now don't be scared. We're going to see what's underneath that frumpy pile of hair." It ended in just minutes. They didn't leave her much. When Brenda's friends were finished, she and her beaver blushed. Her beaver was so tiny, they could not believe their eyes. It was smooth and it was shiny. It was hard to recognize. Now Brenda is so proud. It seems like every time we see her, she's in the center of the crowd, just showing off her beaver. And that is Brendas Beaver, Dee's barber. You're not ready to go to bed, right? Okay, this book is called Dee's Big Nuts. Dee was a squirrel who had big nuts. His nutsack was so big that it would drag on the ground everywhere he went. What's so funny? Dee had a friend named Sarah who loved nuts. Sarah would go around the town trying to put everyone's nuts in her mouth. Sarah loved how big Dee's nuts were. His nuts were her favorite. They were the biggest nuts she'd ever seen. She would play with his nuts all day, and sometimes even at night. Sometimes her mom would join. They would take turns holding Dee's nuts at night. Sometimes Sarah would even try to put both of Dee's nuts in her mouth at the same time. She would giggle, her face would turn red, and then his nuts would come flying out. One day, someone ran up to his nuts and started poking them. "Hey, jerk off my nuts," he said. Although Sarah loved Dee's nuts, she would sometimes kick them. She once kicked them so hard she busted a nut. Dee was very sad that Sarah busted his nut. He just wanted Sarah to play nice with his nuts. One day, when his nuts were feeling better, she took them to lunch, where she got peanut butter all over them. His nuts were so sticky. After that day, she knew she would need to play nice, because all good squirrels know how to play nice with big nuts. The end. So, has everybody had a great time? If you come back next year, we'll have more stories, we'll have more cartoons, and don't tell kids that basically we're all just big kids, right? That's all an adult should be, is a big kid. So you don't have to go to bed. You can have fun. You can stay somewhere, but you can't stay here. So I love you too. And I don't know how else to say this. Get the fuck out.